matter of fact, though, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this? How about that? Pay attention to wax, you're free to see.
All right, gang. Ian Anderson, Corey Merle. Corey, it's the Ledgestone, buddy.
It is, man. I'm excited to be back. Last year it was pretty hot, pretty muggy. This year it's the same.
You sweating your Dixon Jowers off?
I am, man. Actually, the first round was the hottest it's going to be. We had a 30-minute rain delay or lightning delay.
Whoa.
But it should be okay from here on out.
Cool, man. You got a little stacked card for round one. Who we got?
We do. We've got a guy a few people are familiar with, Paul McBeth. We got Nate Doss, we got KJ Nybo, and we got newcomer to the scene, Jacob Mott, MVP sponsored player.
Oh, nice, man. Oh, cool guy.
Yeah, starting it off on hole one, man. Par 4, 633 feet. You could tell from the drone video, it is an intimidating tee shot.
It looks like it.
Yeah, really what you're looking for is an Annie over that mound or over that little knoll there and just kind of right into the hill past the lake.
Okay. Looks like KJ turned that one over a little too much, though, Corey.
Yeah, he definitely had the committed Annie line, but that is an extremely stable disc, and that is out of bounds, unfortunately.
Wow. Jacob is up next.
Yeah, letting her rip.
Yeah, he's throwing his photon.
That is perfect. It's pretty much exactly where you want to be.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's on the safe side of the hill, not too aggressive, but, through the shot.
Mm-hmm. Nate Doss up next.
Had to expect there was going to be a Discraft Pro on the card.
Uh-huh. What's he throwing there, Corey? I don't recognize that one.
I believe that might be his Undertaker, but I know that it wasn't his usual force, which I was very surprised with.
Yeah, I figured I'd see that one. But yeah, that does look like his Undertaker. Paul McBeth. Going Star Destroyer.
Yep, and that seems to be the shot on this hole, whatever your stable distance driver is. So I was kind of surprised about Doss's disc selection, but yep, all of them are where you want to be. KJ, does have some work to do, though.
He does. All right, we're looking at KJ's third shot from the drop zone. Not an easy up.
Yeah, it's actually not even a drop zone. Those banners are perfectly framed.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, seriously. He just happened to be right in the middle.
Ignore me. That was a pretty good looking up shot, and he's got a putt.
Yeah, it's the hill plays your favor here. You just kind of got to rip it. It's better to play it low like you're seeing these guys because if you flare out, that water is on the left side still.
Oh, sure. Doss coming up a little bit short. Jacob throwing the motion.
Yeah, that motion is just extremely stable. Maybe you needed a little more stank on it.
Mm-hmm. Paul. Gosh, everything's kind of just getting knocked down by the wind or something, Corey.
Totally. It was ripping right now. We were talking to a few guys, and they were saying, if it's calm, we're going to be okay. If we start to get that ripping wind, watch out. It might get nasty.
There's Doss narrowly missing that birdie. Ooh.
Oh, that was smooth, man.
That was a scary putt, too. Throwing that at him in there beautifully. KJ coming back for the par. Nope. Starting off the day with a bogey. Paul? Starting off his day with a birdie.
Yeah, that's good work. It just feels so nice to get a 3 on this first hole.
Yeah.
You could see KJ going to the 5. If you go in the water off your tee, you're pretty much re-teeing from almost the same spot. So it can get devastating really quickly.
Yeah, it's a beast of a first hole.
Mm-hmm.
Really make sure you're on your game when you get out there. Trouble lurks.
Jacob's ripping it.
Yeah. Nice to see that. Couple birdies. Unfortunate bogey from the Danish champ.
Yeah, what is he, like 15, 20, 25 time Danish champ, something like that?
Yeah, it's getting up there for sure. Yep. Hole 2, par 4, 6. They changed this one, Corey.
They did. They combined hole 2 and 3. So this is really nasty, man. It's a dogleg right, as you can see on the screen, 615 feet. You're kind of throwing to the elbow off the tee, and then it's a really touchy upshot with water on your left. The pin's maybe 15, 20 feet from the water. It's tough.
Wow. Jake is ripping out his Tesla. Stay in?
Yep, this is right in the middle of the fairway. That's
Okay.
pretty much right we want to be. Honestly, probably a little bit farther than you want to be.
Oh, Paul throwing a start destroyer and leaving it high and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was just good old-fashioned sawing off.
Yep. Looks like Doss is going glow buzz.
Yeah, that thing is just so money. Oh,
Oh, not that time. Ouch. KJ? I was wondering if somebody was going to throw a roller.
yeah, it does have that shape perfectly for it. The problem is that OB does run all the way down the right side, so watch for that early checkup that he's looking for.
Did he just roll OB?
He did roll OB. He got so far down the fairway, though.
Wow.
Yeah, from the tee, we all thought it was just great.
Yeah. That looked fantastic. Looks like Doss is handing a force.
Yep, as he is one to do.
Mm-hmm. McBeast going glow T-bird 3.
Yeah, through the gazebo.
Bold maneuver. I like it.
Yeah, he was lined up so perfectly for it. I
Yeah.
was really just calling his name.
Jacob, second shot.
Little hot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That clash went into the water.
Yep, and you can really see how close to the pin that water is. It's.
Yeah.
I like to think it plays for a sidearm. The hill just seems like it plays right up for that, but not a lot of aggressive sidearms now.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Doss getting close.
Yeah, friendly little tree there.
Mm-hmm. Look at Paul with the Nova. But that's his fourth, right? I think
That is his
five.
fourth shot. Yep. Unfortunately, just from the drop there, he couldn't quite get it up and down.
Mm-hmm. KJ?
Yep, that's that sidearm I'm talking about. Just plays so nice into that hill.
It totally does. Oh, Jacob missing that putt right there.
Yeah, he wanted that one.
It sure did. Doss makes a good comebacker. Wow. Another treacherous hole with that OB.
Absolutely. They turned kind of two, I don't know, suspect holes into honestly one really good hole. I really enjoyed this hole.
Yeah, it's good. It's got teeth. That's 3 OB strokes between the 4 of them, I think. Actually, there's a 4.
Absolutely.
It's 4, isn't it? Because
It is
Jacob went
4,
OB on,
yeah,
on
'cause
his
Jacob
upshot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and that's kind of the running theme with this course. It's nasty, but the ropes are even nastier.
They are. There's Jacob tapping in. And a big exhale after he's done with that one. Wow.
Barely missing the tables there.
Yeah. And a bunch of bogeys. KJ with the lone par after that beast roller. And we're on to hole 3, Corey.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know about the opposite, but from extremely long to extremely short. Only 260 feet, but you're kind of throwing through that network of trees.
Yeah, this is the Blue Ribbon Pines hole.
Exactly. You can either throw that kind of flip-up putter straight, maybe a mid-range. There is that lefty hyzer or the righty sidearm line.
Ooh,
Yeah, KJ definitely getting flirty with that OB. Fortunately, stays in.
nice. Jacob? He was throwing his proxy there.
Straight into the tree, unfortunately.
Yeah. Paul going McPro Rock 3, it looks like.
Yeah, that line is just so fine, man.
It is so tight. Doss going TI Buzz.
Yep, and that's what you want.
That is piered. Go in. Wow.
Ooh, maybe a little more than you want.
2 piered. He's not OB or anything. What are those flags?
No, that's just the outside of the circle.
Oh, gotcha. Got Jacob. He's forehanding a resistor. Gets it
Good
real
shot.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice, man. Disc Golf Pro Tour, give it up to them because their events, they got their circles beautiful.
Yeah.
Circle 1, Circle 2, flagged out everywhere. It really does give it some nice juice.
They do. I'm looking at KJ's second. Just going to be laying up for par. Nate Doss.
Oh, man, couldn't quite get it in.
Yeah, that would have been a stroke on the card right there.
That's a good stroke to get. I mean, only 260 feet, but you're really not seeing a ton of birdies.
No.
Jacob giving it up to the non-existent claps.
Paul's going to clean up his par. Looks like Doss will do the same. KJ as well. Man, that's a disappointing hole right there. No birdies.
No question. Yeah, I mean, as these like over 1,000 rated Open guys, you see a basket that close, you need that.
Well put. There are the pars. Nobody under yet.
Yeah, that's actually shocking, man.
Yeah.
Definitely expecting to see a little more gusto out of these guys to start, but hey, there's lots of course left.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it on hole 4. Where are we going?
We are going 423 feet straight and then pretty drastically downhill. It's extremely touchy. There is a Mando on the right side, and that path and beyond plays OB. So
Wow.
you're really maybe trying to start something left and then draw it right the whole time, kind of exactly like KJ's doing here.
Wow. I remember this hole from last year. It's just so tough to stick it there.
Yep.
Oh,
And
my gosh.
that
He's
is-
in, right?
It's in. That is on the line. There was like 6 inches that the paint can kind of got like not so sprayy on the inside part. That was it.
Oh, Jacob throwing his crave and got a nasty kick right there. What's this tie-dye one from Paul?
Isn't it cool looking? That's a Star Rock 3.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
not quite as stable as I'm sure he'd like it to be.
Yeah. Looks like Doss going TI Buzz. Ooh, hanging it out left, but at least you're in bounds on that mistake.
Yeah, totally. It is shrouded on that left side, but I mean, the margin for error is much greater than on the right side with all the OB.
Yeah. Jacob's third shot with the Atom should be a 4, and Doss from the woods throwing that Challenger out of there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, should make a par and get strokes on folks, except for KJ, who's real close. Paul for par. Wow.
I don't know how that didn't go in.
I don't either, actually.
It hit the chains and just fell straight down. It was just sitting on the top of that little lump.
Weird, man.
Yeah.
Great birdie from KJ. A good par from Doss.
Yeah, I'm not sure what these baskets are, but it kind of reminds me of a Mach 5, but the baskets are so short. You know what I mean? They're very shallow.
Yeah. They're definitely DGA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a bogey from Jacob and a bogey from Paul.
And a good old-fashioned trash panda.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Just like right there?
Yeah. It was not doing good, man. It was moving pretty slow. I think it was sick.
Oh no. It's
Yeah.
kind of sad, man.
Yeah, less than ideal, but hey,
Yeah.
we're in Illinois, dude. This is part of the wildlife here.
I guess so.
Nybo
There
with
is-
the birdie, man.
Yep, great birdie getting to back to even. Everyone else is 1 over. Oh my goodness, Corey, this hole.
This hole, in years past, it was a par 4. They've shifted it to a par 3 because of the lack of stroke and distance. They did move the basket also a little closer, but they raised it. They put it on one of those Disc Golf Pro Tour kind of, I don't know, barrels. I'm not really sure what to call them. But regardless, it's a pump, and it is not a fun hole to play.
And Greg Barsby aced this hole.
Greg Barsby aced this hole. 476 feet, OB all around, dunked it.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, honestly, I turned around and I thought somebody missed a putt. And I was like, oh, man, nobody anywhere anywhere close.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious.
Unbelievable. Doss, he's throwing one of his forces. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that'll play.
Nate Doss, man, so good. Jacob is crushing his photon out there. Oh, stay in bounds.
Oh my gosh, the last one.
Got the last banner there.
That is
clutch.
so funny. Yeah, we couldn't see it off the tee.
Wow. Paul going Star Destroyer. 476 Pure Heiser. Oh, he needed some flip up, Corey.
Yeah, more like 440 Pure Heiser.
Yep. He's going back to Star Destroyer. This one is a more overstable one for the third shot. And I'll have a putt for 4.
Yep, he's inside the circle. That drop zone is just so punishing, though.
It is, isn't it?
Jacob with like the fake out run there.
Yeah. Ooh, KJ sneaking one in for a 2. Back-to-back birdies.
Yeah, that's great, man. 2 really, really tough holes. 2 really impressive birdies.
Yeah. What? Dang. That's a 5.
Yeah, wow. 5-2. That's a 3-stroke swing for both Nate and KJ there.
True. Yeah, he'll get it going eventually. But
Yeah,
bit
if
of a
there's
rough
one
start
thing you
here.
can count on, it's that.
Yeah. Jacob dropping in the par. The Adam. Throwing his Pro AVR in there for the 5. Wow. KJ with that signature form.
Yeah, man, that hole is like not so picturesque with the baseball fences and everything, but it is so tough.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, really cool. We're on to another par 4, hole 6, 897, Corey.
Yeah, and this is another hole that's had its par dropped from last year because of the no stroke and distance.
Oh.
They removed that, and so it does play a little easier, but I mean, at 900 feet with OB all around it, there's not really any opportunity for 3.
Yeah, we saw some big numbers last year on this one.
Oh, yeah. So this year, you're probably not going to see those 9s, 11s, 13s, those type of numbers, but
yeah,
the bogey opportunities are definitely still there.
for sure. Looked like a good drive from our friend KJ. Nate Doss. Force.
Yep, force and just forcing it out into the center of the fairway.
Mm-hmm. That'll play.
Yep, that's right where you want to be. Really no reason to get too aggressive. The danger's just a little bit too close for you to want to get like a full power rip.
Yeah. Jacob is ripping that photon, though.
Yeah, get a little testy on that right side, but that photon really holds up to that high-speed rip.
Yeah, flies so straight. Paul with the overstable Star Destroyer. Okay. And Jacob going back to the photon.
Man, it's so funny to see Jacob out here like throwing these really hard power.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good checkup.
His Jacob barely stays in, but Jacob's like throwing these really straight power shots, and then McBeth just throws a Star Destroyer on a pure hyzer in the same distance.
That's disc golf right there. It's funny. Ooh, wow, these are some good checkups.
Yeah, the grass is extremely grabby. Like, you're not really going to get any skips or slides or anything like that.
Nice. Looks like Doss Predator. That one needs to get down, though.
So close.
That'll work. Yep. McBeast going back to the same disc.
Yeah, after the 5, curious to see if he really goes aggressive and tries to 3 it.
Yeah. No?
Not so much.
No, just playing for the 4. Jacob laying up with an Envy. Huge fan of that disc.
Yeah, great disc. And interesting thing, yesterday when we played the course, all the walls, and actually for all the practice runs, the walls were right on the line. On 2 or 3 holes, they actually either removed the wall totally or moved it back maybe 5 feet from the OB line. It was really confusing.
Huh.
Like, a couple people hit a wall, they thought they were in, but they had moved the walls 5 feet back.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Huh.
But we're here.
Yep. Jacob. Good putt.
Beautiful little fumble with the birdie bag.
Yep, solid 4 with the Adam there. Doss dropping in. Paul doing the same, and so will KJ.
Yeah, there's really no sense trying to get greedy and taking a 3. Walk out of here. A 4 honestly feels like a birdie because of the OB and the danger that is to be had.
For sure. Yeah, they're just playing smart golf there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no doubt Paul could get there if he wanted to in 2, but he'll take his 4 and move on.
Yeah, super tight, and there is that river on the left side, so if you get real aggressive, you could actually lose a disc.
Yep. Paul is 3 over, KJ leading the card, and we're on hole 7.
Yeah, par 3, 261 feet, kind of in that same vein as hole 3, where you're just throwing straight and through trees.
Mm-hmm.
There is a creek on that left side, obviously OB, and you are not getting your disc back from it.
Gotcha. Oh, the double tap.
Yeah, a little discount double kick.
Mm-hmm. DOS TI Buzz.
Parked.
Yeah. Jacob's got a 4-hander resistor.
Yeah, I like it, man. I don't like the shot, but I like the disc choice. It's kind of that dumpy, like a Banshee type of vibe.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Paul getting super squeaky. Wow.
Taking the extreme outside. That was like when you multiply 2 negatives, turns out to a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Jacob's second shot.
Yeah, split the V, he'll have a putt.
Yep.
He's there.
Up and with the Atom there. This is KJ for 2.
Ooh, good tree.
Looked like it went through the basket.
Yeah, right?
Yep. Cleans up the par at least. DOS and McBeast. Some good drives.
Yeah, beautiful. Just dead center. You want this birdie, but there is you kick a tree and you're not having an easy up.
Oh, yeah. I see Jacob was so close to going in that creek.
Mm-hmm.
Good look at a touch shot from Paul.
Man, his touch, like rock 3 shots are just so impressive to watch.
They are. They're fun. Paul getting a birdie, taking him down to 2 over. And we're on to hole 8, par 4, 793. Oh, is this the Peninsula Green one here?
It is. This is just so nasty. It may as well be a par 4 or a par 5, excuse me.
Yeah.
The tee shot through the gap is impossibly hard, and then the second shot through another gap is impossibly hard. It's so impressive if you 3 this.
Yeah. So tough to stick it on that peninsula, too.
Mm-hmm.
DOS pumping his force. Middle. That'll work.
Yep, pretty much as long as you hit the gap and get somewhat little bit of distance into this field, you're totally fine.
Yeah. Paul crushing that Star Destroyer out there. Wow.
Smashed.
Threw at least 100 feet past DOS.
Yeah, that's just so impressive.
KJ? Or if that's one of his EcoStar T-Birds he loves.
Ooh, EcoStar T-Bird. I've heard a few people really love those. Throw it on hyzer, flip it up.
Yeah, they mash. Peter Burns was bombing it during Champs vs. Chumps at KC.
That's true.
Yep. Oh, Jacob turning over that Photon. He's going to go back to it, though.
Yeah, this is the extremely flippy one.
Oh, Tomahawk. Yeah.
He made it across that little ravine, but he had absolutely no footing. He was like throwing from a mud hill.
Oh, man.
Now you'll see the light change here. After Jacob's throw, Nate was lining up his throw, and we hear the 3 foghorns. That means lightning warning, everybody run.
Oh, wow.
Yep, so we had about a 30 or 40-minute break. I got a pork chop sandwich. No biggie,
Ooh.
It was delicious.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, right? It was great.
That was a wasp from DOS. Whoa, this thing is dancing.
Yeah, the wind was up, and we just took a 30, 40-minute break, so these are these guys' first throws back.
Oh, wow. Paul? FD3?
FD3, so silky smooth on the flexor.
Get up there and sit.
Ooh.
Wow.
And that was pretty much perfectly thrown, and you saw how testy that is with the OB.
Oh, my. Yeah, just getting anything to stick on this peninsula is a real challenge.
Exactly.
DOS is playing this whole super smart, Corey.
Yeah, really all you want to do is throw up to that stump, and then you at least have a chance at throwing it in.
Yeah. There was Jacob pitching out. This is KJ with his third. What?
Zinged it in there, dude. That was so
Sickness.
cool. Yeah.
KJ, you baller. That was awesome. So pure.
Yeah, man. It's just so impressive, his spin putts.
Oh, Jacob getting so close there. Paul coming back for the 3.
Man, yeah, not excited.
No. Comes back for the par at least. But he had a good opportunity for a birdie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the best of the bunch, KJ kind of one-upped him a little bit, big putted him.
He had to throw in for it.
Yeah, gosh, KJ, like the opposite of Christian Dietrich. You know what I mean? Like Annie spin putts the entire time.
Oh, true, huh? Oh, there's an unfortunate 6 for Jacob. Falling back a little bit. KJ, 2 down. Doss 1 back of that. Taking us to the last hole of part 1, hole 9. The bridge hole. It's famous.
Yeah, it's iconic at this point. You're throwing from the bridge through the little, like, maybe 100-foot tunnel, and then carrying all this OB down to a kind of a bean-shaped island.
Yeah.
It is pretty forgiving if you hyzer out to the left side, but really you're trying to throw like maybe a straight T-bird or a straight mid-range, whatever you got, maybe a Tesla or, I don't know, maybe a Crave if you're Jeff Faze.
Mm-hmm. Nate Doss going Predator.
Yep, and that's the shot. I mean, throw it straight at the pin, and then whatever right to left finish you get, you'll deal with.
Sure. What's this disc from Paul?
That's back to that Star Rock 3 from hole 4.
Oh, that's it again. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's an aggressive shot, and he pulled it off.
It really is. I was playing a practice round of Bobby Music, and he was throwing compasses just dead straight at it. It seemed to work out really, really well.
Huh. Jacob bombing that clash out there. Let's kind of have a look at it. Toss for 2. Yeah,
Nice, bud.
buddy.
And this is another hole where during practice rounds, the wall was right next to the line. It was on the line, and they moved it for the round.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see it back behind the string.
Yeah, they were kind of fiddling with those walls all weekend. They moved one on 17. They put one up for the last day of practice on the water tower hole, then took it down for the round.
Funny. That's a star frame, though.
Yeah, and that's a great star frame to get, really. I mean, not a guaranteed 2, but you're pushing for it.
Mm-hmm. It's been an adventure on the card here so far.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. KJ leading at 3 down. Doss 1 back of that. And Corey, that is all we got for part 1. Huge thanks to our friends at Fly for sponsoring the coverage, along with all you Patreon supporters, MVP, disc golf pins. Corey, is yours done yet?
Mine is done. It has been shipped, and we have a 15% off coupon now. If you enter in coupon code CCDG, 15% off your entire order. My pin's done. We have our CCDG official pin, the 2 new Ricky pins, all sorts of good stuff.
Go get them. They're cool. Some solid bag flair,
Oh, totally.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in part 2.